everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and a very happy new year to you watching this. Now, today's video is on popular demand, and if you are a girl, please be seated for the rest of the video. So let's get into it. It's gonna be a little different from my usual videos on personal development and productive lifestyle, but this aspect of my life is something that I have always wanted to talk about on this channel but haven't really done so far, like properly. It's about the entrepreneurial side of me, where I am working on a social impact project, mainly on women empowerment. And it's because of a mentorship program called Women Dior, which has been mentioned a couple of times on this channel before, that I was able to explore this side of me. And when I said popular demand, I meant it because, let me give you a little bit of context. Few days back, actually a few weeks back, one of my videos on this channel, which was about the mentorship program, got a little bit viral, like at least in my terms viral, because that's like my most performing video on this channel. And I got to meet a lot of girls who were interested in this program, who reached out to me via my LinkedIn and Instagram, and also on through the comment section of that video, that they wanted to know more about this program. How can they also have their social impact projects? And today's video is basically me answering a lot of their questions on that program, how to get into it, and so let's get into it. I'm actually really happy to be able to talk finally about my experiences from that 1 year of that program. For those of you who don't know, I was actually vlogging the entire time while I was actively doing something as part of the program, but those vlogs never came out. So to be able to do this finally is awesome, and I hope that I can do more such videos on the program and on my social initiative that I'm still working on. A little bit low-key, but yeah, I hope to do that more in popular demand, I hope. Okay, to start off with some basic questions, what is the program all about? So once and for all, let's clear it out. Women at Dior and UNESCO come together to create this 1 year long mentorship and an educational program to support young women who are, of course, interested in women empowerment and social impact projects and definitely want to hone their leadership skills. And you must be enrolled in a higher educational institution. For example, you might be doing your master's and you can apply for this program. And also, if you're in your bachelor's and only in the final year of your bachelor's, then you can apply for this program. And what this program entails in a nutshell is basically you will have these one-to-one mentorship calls with a mentor selected by Dior for you, and then you can connect online and offline with that person. If you're in the same city, great, you should meet them definitely and keep in touch a lot with them, because I was lucky enough to get a great mentor. Shout out to Alessandro. We're supposed to have regular touch points with your mentors, where you can discuss about your goals with the project, and in fact you can also discuss about your career goals if you want to keep this project in your life beyond this program, and they'll be able to guide you through the entire process and also help you understand what you want from this program, what kind of aspirations you have, what kind of project you want to build, and might be able to help you with certain skill sets. The second one is the online learning platform, which basically runs alongside these mentorship calls, and they have modules which contains talks and courses on 6 core pillars around which this program is built upon. So you have to watch all the videos. And the third one is the main one, the Dream for Change project, where basically you have to start making teams and create a social impact project with the support that they provide. Basically, these are the 3 things that you have to keep in mind when you are enrolling for this program. Let's talk about community now. It's a global cohort of so many women from so different parts of the world, and that was the best part of my time during this program, was that I got to meet people from all around the world and know about different kinds of problems that women across the globe face and what these girls from those places are trying to do to mitigate those issues. So it was really inspiring, and definitely take use of the in-person events. I mean, in-person events do not happen that often, except for like there was one time a visit to a Dior gallery store over here in Paris itself. So if you live in Paris, it's great, you can join that and you can get to meet these people. But the other one is like finally the global summit that happens annually, and you get to meet all the mentees, whoever can travel to the summit basically. And apart from these in-person events, you always have so many online speaking sessions and webinars going on where you can take part, ask questions, and kind of get more clarity and direction that you can apply to your Dream for Change project. During our time, we also started having a WhatsApp community of all the girls in the cohort. We try to bring everybody together. So that chat is still there, and we sometimes still talk on that platform. Even better, like if you have great teammates, finally you end up with like inspirational girls, please have them. And even if you don't continue the project later on, it's always good to stay in touch. For the Dream for Change project, you have to have a group of 4 to 5 girls in a team, and you bond obviously over the common social cause that you all are interested to solve. And you can also have like an interview session before forming a team to know the mindset of the girls, what they are looking for, how motivated they are, if they are on the same page as you or not. So definitely do that before creating your team. Next question, if the program is fully online or not? No, definitely, because as I mentioned, we also have the Global Summit every year in Paris at UNESCO headquarters. So definitely not online, but definitely the learning modules that you have to watch are all pre-recorded sessions, and you can watch them at your pace, and you have access to it throughout the year if I didn't mention it before. So it's a mix, I would say, but mostly online. And if you're in the same city as your mentor, then you get to meet. So those are kind of like those touch points where you meet somebody in person. But apart from that, it's online. You can do it from anywhere around the world. And if you can travel to Paris during the Global Summit, that's the best. Now to the most interesting question, what are they looking for in an applicant? Well, on their website, they do mention 3 qualities: talent, ambition, and generosity. While these 3 qualities are very important and necessary, if you don't have them, I don't even know why you're watching this video. I'm just kidding. But what they're actually looking for is that they want to know how committed you are to social impact projects. If you have had any experiences taking part in social initiatives, they want to know about your leadership potential, if you have led college clubs or any sort of organization before, and definitely your collaborative spirit, because this, again, you're building a project with team members from across the world, and you definitely need to be good at teamwork. So you should be mentioning whatever group projects you have done, and if they have created certain impacts, definitely bring that out into your applications and interviews. Apart from that, you just need to have a problem-solving mindset and entrepreneurial kind of thinking to really be able to solve a real-world problem. And all of this is serious business, so you should be really serious and passionate and motivated about the project that you choose, with definitely a long-term vision also of what you want to do with this project ahead and beyond this program. It's a plus. Now to the next one, what makes a good application? Basically your CV and your motivation letter. That's the first stage of application. After that comes the interview. That is if you're selected based on your motivation letter and profile. Now, for this, it's been a while that I have submitted mine, so I have made like a few pointers to be put in your motivation letter. First of all, I think you should be able to address these 3 guiding questions that I have made for you. Is that why you are motivated to apply, and how will this program help you to reach the goals that you're trying to do through your initiative? Even though you might not have an initiative at the start in mind, what you want to work on, but if you have, that's a plus, definitely. But if you don't, I would recommend that you still showcase the type of social activities you have been part of, and you can talk about how you want to work around those kind of initiatives. Even if that's not your plan, nobody's going to fact check you or something, but you definitely need to tell why you are interested, what's your story behind you being so passionate about that project. So definitely have a strong why to start with. Second, you can talk about a particular women empowerment issue that either you have faced in your life or seen somebody or even heard in the news that you want to really work on. Third is that if you have already led a women empowerment project or have been part of such an initiative, definitely mention that and what role you played and what kind of impact you've had. Even if you don't have social impact project, that's completely alright. You just need to talk about a project that you have been part of, actively supporting it, and what kind of results you have achieved. Basically, this is just to see your motivation and your leadership potential, as I mentioned before. And definitely in your CV, highlight the social impact initiatives you have been part of, either through volunteering or community work or any leadership roles. I've been getting this question a lot. If professional experiences are important for your CV or just to be put in the motivation letter, I would say no. You can definitely start by introducing about what you do, what's your background, but keep that like max to 2-3 sentences and just get on immediately with the kind of social impact projects or leadership related projects that you have done, something that you have built in your life or you want to, even if you are planning for it, just put it all out. Like, they just want to know the person you are and what you are capable of. If you are a person who works on their own, can take responsibilities. The next one is that if any person from any discipline or field of study can apply, yes, for sure. They don't care if you're in medical field or in arts, commerce, science, you name it. You can be part as long as you have a strong motivation and a strong why and a love for social initiative projects and women empowerment, of course. How long you have to wait till you hear the results? Well, for me, I felt like it was taking ages for the results to come because I was so overwhelmed by my application and everything. But for me, it took around 3 months, I would say, because I applied end of October and I finally heard the results from them mid-January. So that's the kind of like the timeline you can see. This year, I have heard that the application deadline was 31st December. So it might take around March, if not earlier, then that's great for you to hear back from them. And the interviews are usually scheduled around like within a month from submitting your application letter. So you should be hearing soon. All the best. But always follow the official dates on the page. It varies every year, so go to the website to check the dates. What do they ask in the interview? Honestly, I don't remember because it's been 2 years for me since I gave that interview. But as a good girl that I am, I have written down a few pointers that can help you to prepare for your interview. Possible questions they might ask, and you should be ready because these are very obvious things that you should be able to talk about if you are interested in this program. First of all, your motivation and long-term vision with why you want to join this program, what kind of projects you want to get into this program, as I mentioned already before. Second, focus a lot on your leadership experiences and talk a lot about your teamwork style, how collaborative you are. Third, you can talk about what is that one area of women empowerment that you are really passionate about and why do you want to pursue it? Why does it matter to you? If you have to get really specific, that always helps. Fourth one, and really important pointer, is that if you have built something during your college years or currently building, or even if you have not started, you have a vision for it, talk about the projects that you want to get into just in life and like the lessons that you have learned, if there has been any changes or impact that the project that you started has created, or it could be related to anything tech, non-tech, community related. Just for example, when I was interviewing, I spoke a lot about Few Women, which was the project I eventually honed through this program. I already had a vision for Few Women before I got to know about this project. So for me, it was a little bit easier to talk about where I came from, why I wanted to pursue this project. And if you want to know more, I can definitely go on Few Women so that you know what kind of projects actually take place in this Women Dior program. And the next thing is that you can say how you would be able to contribute a particular set of skills that you have from your work experiences probably to this Dream for Change project and help other teammates also build a project with you. Okay, the next question, short and sweet. Do we have an exam in this program? No, this is a mentorship program. They're not going to test you based on it. It's just a selection process that you're going to be like thrilled for. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, just to yourself and how much of a change you want to create in the society for women. And the last question, and my favorite, if this program is really all worth it and does it really help you advance your projects? 100%, because definitely it's a great starting point for someone who is looking to build something from scratch, especially in the social impact area. And for me, it was really helpful to be able to build Few Women from scratch. I at least got so much clarity and confidence on how I want to take forward my project and come to what kind of solution I want to offer. So it's definitely for someone who is motivated to create a difference, make an impact in the society, and the world needs it. Needs a lot of you right now to be able to do that, to be able to provide solutions, real world problems. Don't do it for the tag or like the names to get it on your CV. I would say do it if you have it in you, the passion for something great and big. Like, I'm so glad that these companies, both Dior and UNESCO, great institutions, they have a social impact initiative like these to be able to help girls all around the world to inculcate their entrepreneurial mindset and finally make them have something which they can call their own. It's a great initiative to empower girls around the world. If you are part of this program, you just get to meet so many people, learn from different perspectives all around the world, which wouldn't have been possible. So definitely this is a pathway to all of that, and I 100% recommend it. It's not an advertisement, so go ahead, apply it. If you haven't done this year, next year, do it. Lala, that's it, and feel free to write down in the comment section if you have any more questions related to the program or my experience with the mentorship. I would be happy to answer. And with that, I can't not mention about the community call that I hosted with some of the girls who reached out through my other video on Women Dior for knowing about the experiences that come with this mentorship program and about the application process in general. I would be happy to do more of such community calls as I'm building already a group of these girls who are interested through WhatsApp. And if you would like to be part of that community, please feel free to check out the description where I have linked the WhatsApp group where we can continuously support each other in this entrepreneurial journey, discuss our doubts, even after you get into the program, it's a great space to be able to connect with other mentees of your cohort. So join the WhatsApp group and we might just post more such community calls on popular demand just like this video. Yes, happy to have you there and see you on the other side. Till then, bye-bye. Go to your work and make something impactful.